Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Niara Alexis, and like the title says today, we're going to be comparing Fenty Hair and Cecred, so let's get to it. Listen, I really didn't want to do this. This is at the request of the people because y'all know this is a beehive household. We don't do no comparisons. I'm gonna compare these like product by product, but there are two things I want to hit on first where I feel like they like met up exactly, like they were tied. Like to me, they were like they both did an amazing job. The first one is packaging. I feel like they both did a great job with the packaging. I love the way that Fenty packaging looks and feels. I also read somewhere that this is supposed to be like a sensory thing for people that have like are visually impaired or like disabilities or anything like that, which I think is great. I love the Cecred packaging. I love how this is like made to look like stone, but it's plastic and it's lightweight, so you don't have to worry about like, it being heavy. And I feel like they're both like so aesthetically pleasing that this is like stuff that you would want shown off in your bathroom, that you would like want to be up in the shower that guests can see and things like that. So I feel like on the packaging note, like nobody missed a mark there. Like everyone did their thing. The other thing that I feel like they both did really well on and is very similar in my opinion is the scent. I feel like if you smelled Cecred, you have an idea of what Fenty hair smells like. I feel like they both smell very similar. You're not getting any fresh, fruity, strawberry, kiwi, apple, lime. Like you're not getting those fruity scents that you can sometimes get from like drugstore options or things like that. It's a very, I don't know how else to describe it other than like mature. It's a very mature scent, but it's very soft. It's fragrant, but it's not overpowering. I do feel like the Cecred products have like more of like a floral note to them, like maybe like a rosy undertone. I could be wrong, but like I feel like there's more of like a floral scent here versus Fenty hair. I feel like it doesn't have that and it's a little bit more fresh and clean, but I feel like these are very similar scents. Like I feel like the person that would buy Cecred for its scent would also like the Fenty scent as well. Like I feel like they're very similar. So now let's get into the product by product breakdown. And the first step obviously is going to be shampoo. Just in terms of like the options that you have available to you for shampoos, you're gonna get more options from Cecred than you do from Fenty, okay? So they both have a hydrating shampoo. So let's compare those first. The hydrating shampoo or the moisture repair shampoo from Fenty, I think that now I rebuke you. Something just fell over in the hallway. I don't have time for that. So the Rich One shampoo by Fenty is their moisture repair shampoo. One thing that all of the Fenty products have that I don't think like the Cecred has anything like this, if I'm wrong, I will put it up on the screen, is like a treatment slash like damage correcting something in all their products, and they call it their Replenicor 5. So that's in every last one of the products, which I feel like gives Fenty like kind of like a notch up. And so the shampoo does have that. It's called their moisture repair shampoo. So it's supposed to moisturize and help repair your hair at the same time. And then Cecred has a hydrating shampoo. It's not supposed to repair anything. It's just supposed to hydrate your hair from what we see here. Honestly, I feel like these are neck and neck. Even though this one says like, oh, it's a repairing shampoo, I didn't notice anything different with this shampoo that would make me be like, oh, it's way better than the Cecred. Like I feel like if you're hemming and hawing over like which shampoo you should buy, just close your eyes and pick. Like both of them are gonna do, I feel like, the exact same thing for your hair. Neither of them leave your hair feeling like dry or stripped of its natural oils or anything. And it also doesn't feel like too tangly or like rough after you've washed it and you're going into your conditioner. So I mentioned that Cecred had a hydrating shampoo, but they also have this clarifying shampoo and scalp scrub. Fenty does not have anything that has like an exfoliating element to it yet. Because if we know anything about Miss Rihanna, she gonna put them beauty products out and she gonna keep it coming. So I'm pretty sure Rihanna has like something in the works, like that's probably specifically meant for your scalp. But as of right now, they don't have it and Cecred does. And I have to say, This is my favorite hair scrub, especially with me being like in protective styles and things like that. I always like accumulate a decent amount of buildup, especially during like silk press season. I tend to get a dry patch like right in the front of my head, and this cleared it up like literally in one wash. Usually I would have to wash it and then do a little scrubby and then like do all kind of things to like get that spot cleared up. This did it in just one wash, and I concentrated it in that area. So I will say for me, I like that Cecred has more options when it comes to shampoo. And in the shampooing like step, I would probably reach for this shampoo. And like I said, I could really pick either or of the other shampoos because they both do the same thing. So now moving into like just your basic like everyday conditioner. Fenty has Cecred Beat in this because currently if you look on the Cecred website, they have a hydrating conditioner, but it is not out yet. So this is the only like just standalone conditioner like you will have. Like if you're the type of person that does like a lot of wash and goes, or you like just wash your hair every day and just use like just a lightweight conditioner or a regular conditioner every day and you're looking for one, Cecred does not have one to offer you right now. Only Fenty does, and they have, this is a Rich One Moisture Repair Conditioner. Okay, it's supposed to give you like all the conditioning and like repairing effects, and it's supposed to be lightweight. So if you're looking for something like that, currently Cecred does not have one. It looks like they have a product, but like it's being held up for whatever reason, and so it's not available to us just yet. But I do have to mention that has been like that since the launch. Like I noticed like during the launch, I was like, oh, I wonder if they have a regular conditioner, and that has been up there since then. So I'm not sure what's happening with that. Maybe it might be something with like, what's happening with this, Swiss? It's looking weird right here. There might be something going on with the ingredients with that product that's holding it up, creating a delay, not sure. But currently we only have this offering from Fenty, and I have not even used this one yet. So I can't even tell you guys if I think this is like an amazing conditioner, and I'll tell you why. Well, actually I can tell you now. I used the deep conditioner when I first used Fenty hair, and honestly there's no reason for you to use a regular conditioner and then go behind it with a deep conditioner. Like you can just interchange it for one or the other, you know? So while we're still on conditioning, we now have our deep conditioner. So Cecred has their moisturizing deep conditioner, and then Fenty has the Richer One Moisture Repair Deep Conditioner. If you saw my review, if you saw my TikTok or anything, you know I'm probably going to be going with the Fenty hair. I am relaxed, and when I used this, I had about 5 months of new growth, which if you're relaxed, you know the more new growth you have, the more tangled your hair gets when it's wet, the harder it is to detangle and all that type of stuff and comb through. This like made the comb slide through my hair like butter. Now, I'm not saying the Cecred deep conditioner isn't good, because I did use this one as well because it was the only conditioner option that they have available at the time that we know. But this did a really good job, but it just was not as memorable as this. So I think when it comes to like conditioners, Fenty has Cecred Beat because one, they have more options, and also just me remembering how much I enjoyed the deep conditioner and how well it detangled my hair after being post relaxer for 5 or so months. Like it just like glided through my hair, made it so easy to manage. We have another situation where one has more options than the other, and in this instance Cecred has more options than the other. I can't hold all these at the same time, so I'm gonna just have to put that one down. So first we have this from Cecred. It's a restructuring treatment mask. And then we have their rice water, their rice and rose something. I'll put the name up on the screen. But you know, you shake it up in this canister or whatever, and it's like a powder, and you mix it together with the water in here and pour it all over your hair for a treatment and let it sit and all that type of stuff. There's 2 steps to it. When it comes to like a deep reparative treatment, I would probably go with Cecred over Fenty. I used this in my review of the Cecred line, and so many of you on that video commented that you could actually see the difference in my hair immediately after me rinsing it out, and I could see it as well and feel it. Like when you use this product and you do the first step, it feels so rough and so hard, and it's actually because it's the bonds of like the protein and everything like working with your hair to make it stronger and tougher, so it's less likely to break. So the fact that like I could immediately see the difference in my hair is why I would probably go with Cecred. Now I haven't even used this product yet. Like I've been had this since the launch, and I've never even used it yet. I've heard great things about it. Smells good. But I haven't even used it yet. But just off of the strength of how well this one did, love it. Now, Fenty does have a repairing product. This is the Comeback Kid Instant Damage Repair Treatment, and I have not used this yet. I do plan on using it the next time I review my hair. And I know y'all are probably like, well, girl, what have you used? Y'all have to realize I have one head. I have one head. For the past like 8 weeks, my hair has been up in a protective style. So if my hair had been out all that time, I probably would have used like all these products by now to be able to tell you, and like, but I haven't. I have not used this yet. So that's why I would just say, based off of the strength of that, of what I have used and what I know, I would go with Cecred for right now. All right. So next we have like a heat protectant. So I'm just going to insert a picture here of the other product for Cecred. So they have like their hair lotion, I believe it's called. And that is like supposed to be a product that you can put in before you blow dry your hair. It's like a leave-in type of treatment. It's going to like moisturize your hair, use it as a heat protectant, all that type of stuff. And then Fenty has a protective type 5-in-1 heat protectant styler. Based off of what I use, I have not used this one from Cecred. I would go with Fenty. I only used a pea-sized amount of it, and the way that this product performed in my hair, I was so surprised because I usually don't use like creamy leave-ins and things like that, just because I feel like it will leave a film on my hair, and that is what I've experienced before. It made my hair feel so soft and manageable and nice, but still like ready for my flat iron. So not saying that the Fenty or the Cecred is bad, I just haven't used it. I actually gave that product to my mama, so I should maybe call Wendy up and ask her how she like. Let me see. Wendy. Wendy.
Yes, ma'am.
How you like the Cecred like hair lotion that I gave you?
I don't use it.
What you do with it then? Give it back then if you ain't using it.
I used it one time. It's all right. I like on Tabitha Brown stuff you gave me better.
Okay, we're not even talking about that. Say hey to the video.
Hey, video.
Okay. Well, I called you because I thought you had used it and you could tell us how you like it, but you didn't use it. That was a bust. I thought Wendy was going to be able to tell us something. She said she used it one time. Anyways, so just in this instance, for leave-in products, I would go with Fenty. But something I would like to see from both brands is for them to both come out with a product that is specifically meant to be a leave-in. Like, I get that this could be your leave-in as well, but if they had like a liquid like spray leave-in, I would like to see that from both Cecred and Fenty. This is one area where I feel like there is a clear winner, and it's styling. Okay, so Fenty has a stronghold gel. They have the home curl defining cream, and they also have the controlling type hair thickening edge control gel. Fenty has 3 products alone that you can use to style your hair after you've washed it. And I feel like Cecred is really missing the mark there when it comes to like a gel, a edge control, something for your curls. Like, I feel like if you like to wear your hair in a silk press and you don't really style it up and like do like hair do's specifically, you'll like Cecred more because it just gives you the bare bones of like, this is what you need to get your hair strong and flowy and beautiful. Now go ahead, straighten your hair. Like my straight naturals, you'll probably love Cecred. Not saying you won't like Fenty either, but there aren't any like styling products available from Cecred right now. So you'll probably just get your life with it. You won't even have to fumble around with like too much stuff because like they just give you everything like that you need for like a good blowout or a silk press or whatever. But Fenty, I feel like it's a little bit more versatile where like you could do that with your look too, like I did when I did my review of Fenty hair. But this is also something that like natural girls could get into because you have a stronghold gel, you have a curl cream, which these are products that I don't even really use like that because I don't really like gel my hair down or I don't wear it like curly or anything. So there's no reason for me to use these products. The product that I have used though is the hair thickening edge control gel. Now I feel like one question someone's going to ask me is how long does this last? I have to tell you, I don't do my edges properly to be able to tell you that. So you know how like a lot of girls, like you do your edges, you'll swoop them, then you like maybe spray them with like a hairspray or something. I don't know. I've seen people do that. and then like you lay them down with like a scarf or something and you leave it there, do your makeup, then come back and take it off and your edges last all day. I don't do that. The last part is like a finisher. Like to me, like products that are gonna like finish off your style and seal them in. And so we only have one product here, and that is from Cecred. It's their Nourishing Hair Oil. We have to give this area to Cecred and say like they won that, because Fenty doesn't have anything in terms of like, this is how you finish off your style. I mean, I guess you could say like your edge control is like how you finish off your style. That's how a lot of people do it. But like, I mean like, you know, like an oil or a spray or something like that you can like run over your hands and like put it through your hair or whatever. Like Fenty doesn't have anything like that. And that's why I say I feel like Cecred leans more to like, I'm a straight natural, or I'm relaxed and I just like want the perfect blowout. I want the perfect big voluminous curls and all that. The Cecred is the line I would go for. Whereas Fenty, like you can do that too, but I feel like I see a lot more natural people like using and reviewing Fenty because they have things like the gel and the curl cream, and they can actually like style their hair and do like a slick style with Fenty and like also wash it out at the end of the day too. Cecred does have an oil which is really nice, and I know it looks like I haven't really used that much of it, and that's just simply because I don't use a lot of oil in general. I do need to put some oil in my hair today though. This has a same fragrance. The one thing I do like about this is they kind of have the same like maneuver as the Olaplex oil, if you've ever used it, where like you have to tap the bottom of the bottle for it to come off. And these are just some Marley twists I did not too long ago. So I like to rub oil down these so like they don't start to look dry. So I would love to see an oil from Fenty. I was actually a little surprised that we didn't get an oil with the initial launch, but this round we're just gonna have to give it to Cecred because like the styling round, they simply have it available for us, whereas Fenty doesn't. So with that being said, I don't think I would necessarily pick one or the other. I like both for different reasons. Now, one thing I will say, I feel like they both missed the mark when it came to like sprays and things that we could use for our hair in that area. So like a mousse, a dry shampoo, a soft hold hairspray, a hard hold hairspray, a leave-in spray that's more of like a liquid and not a cream, because you have people like me where I hardly ever use a cream leave-in. Like I used that one from Fenty because it was all that was available. I would really like to see Cecred come out with some more styling products with like an edge control and things like that. Not so much a gel or a curl cream because that's just not really what I use really, but definitely an edge control. And I feel like Fenty could come with an oil. Like I feel like that would be great for them as well, but I feel like they both need to do like some sort of sprays. I could also see Fenty coming out with like one of those like balm sticks that I see people use. I don't see that so much coming from Cecred. Now the one thing that I do think of when I'm thinking of Cecred versus Fenty, which y'all know I'm not pitting nobody against nobody. Rihanna has a much stronger track record when it comes to beauty and making the beauty personal to her, and also like putting out the beauty on a consistent basis. Like she shook us all when she launched Fenty Beauty and came out with 50 Shades of Foundation, and she had like such a perfect like segue into beauty. And I would not be surprised if by like September we're already getting a new product launch from Fenty Hair. With Cecred, I really enjoy the line. The one thing that I'm kind of curious about to see is how they're going to do the product development, because this is the first time that we have seen Beyonce come out with like a product like this or a line like this that will require like multiple products, and for them to come out like relatively frequently, like more frequently than we see her come out with music and stuff like that, you know? Whereas like, you know, we know like we've been waiting on Rihanna album forever, but she's been doing it with the makeup for the last decade or so now, you know? And I feel like a really big telltale sign for us will be once we get into the cooler months and towards like holiday time. Because like essentially they should already know right now what their holiday offerings are going to be. Like all of your favorite brands, like your favorite beauty brands, your favorite makeup brands, clothing, like they all know what their holiday offerings are going to be right now. Like they already have them ready. They're setting them up. They're getting the inventory ready because come August, September, they're gonna start pushing all that holiday stuff out. I feel like they both came out with really good, like solid foundations. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope you liked it. I really did not want to do this video. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't necessarily think one is better than the other. I feel like they offer different things for different types of people. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you got what you needed from it. If you were thinking about getting a conditioner, you know what I'm gonna say, get the Fenty conditioner. If you need a hair oil, I'm gonna say get the Cecred hair oil and then also get the Cecred exfoliating scrub for your scalp. Like, those are just my opinions and my thoughts. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.